how can I help students go from describing what they see to explaining why the pattern might exist? Now, this might feel like sort of a funny connection to that question, but what immediately jumped out at me is the explaining why the pattern may exist is coming up here. Is this visual cognition, where we are making sense of what we are seeing and connecting it to other things that, other things that we know, and getting into that sort of synthesis, higher order thinking. But our students, if our students are just describing what they see, they are down here. They are in the pattern recognition of what is it that I'm actually seeing on the page. And so if you are wanting your students to be here and they're hanging out down here, then I'd suggest one, looking at the common patterns discussion that we had last week in the video, and then two, thinking about how do I take whatever lesson you have and stair step it out a little bit, or sort of breadcrumb it out, maybe is a better way to say that, so that you are creating opportunity for them to identify the pattern, consider what that pattern is indicating to them about the variable or the variables, and then stepping into visual cognition of, okay, so what could it mean and why might that be the case? And so initially the thought, like why it made me think of this visual processing, is because it sounds like we're at different steps in the visual processing of the information. And part of that is it just comes with time. Like we have had a lot more time to build up our visual memory and our visual cognition so that we can apply that in a more plastic way to various different data sets, data visualizations that we are looking at. And our students are more novices and they are still working to build that up. So create that opportunity to kind of breadcrumb that in for your students to help with that pathway of, okay, we need to pause, we need to allocate time to describe and analyze the pattern, and then connect it to what we know about the topic, the phenomenon more broadly, and then we can get to like, well, why?